Hey there folks, I'm MysteriousJG and welcome back to Let's Play. This is a random place to stop and say it, but as I've been playing through Secret of Evermore, one or two little things have irritated me, which I remember having been irritating before. A lot of it being like the mazes and stuff, which just felt like stalling for time. But I'm thinking there's a lot of intentional humor in the game that's fun. The character designs are pleasant. I think the big issue with this game really is that because the name, people compare it to Secret of Mana unfavorably. And the defenders of Secret of Evermore, their biggest thing is to say, stop comparing it to Secret of Mana, judge the game on its own merits. So really, I think that's fair, but at the same time, I think it's also fair that most people compare it directly to Secret of Mana because, I was old enough when this game came out to be paying somewhat attention. I pretty much played through every RPG I ever rented from the video store, by and large. But I didn't rent every single RPG that came out, and by now, there were certain companies, if a Capcom action game came out, I knew from past experience, that'll be a good weekend rental, because they're fun, they're not usually that hard. And anything came out from American Technos with those River City Ransom character designs I'd always rented. But another big one was, if a Squaresoft RPG comes out, you rent that shit and you play it. So when it was from Square, Gamebox didn't say it was from some American company that was under the Square umbrella. It just said Squaresoft. And it said Secret of something, and it was an RPG. And when you start playing it, it has the ring menu system. And it has a lot of things like leveling up magic, leveling up weapons. There's just a lot that it apes from Secret of Mana, but it just isn't as good gameplay-wise a game. So there you go. I don't know why I'm saying it now at this particular point in the LP, but I think that's what it comes down to. The game doesn't compare that favorably to Secret of Mana especially if you went into it looking for it to be very like Secret of Mana. And that detracts from your enjoyment of a game. If this game was called something else, like if I had never played this game because it was from some company I'd never heard of and I didn't check it out until many years later when I was looking for SNES RPGs that I never got around to trying, I would probably be really pleasantly surprised by this game. But I don't know why I wanted to say that now, I just did. Ooh, I'm glad we're out of that sewer. Sniff sniff, I agree, Tina Medea. We'll probably stink for a while. Let's get out of here before the spot character gets us. Oh no, a guard. Stay right where you are, little mister. Thought you could escape, didn't you? Well, we did. Well, I have orders that the queen is waiting to see you. You're coming with me. Sniff, sniff. Do you smell something? Why are we running away? Oh, well. I guess this is a full-grown adult human, and most of the enemies we've been fighting have included little spiders and stuff. Boromir here leading us around, big burly bearded medieval guy. In place of a dark lord, you would have a fat queen. Been reading, I don't know why I'm getting at this. Been reading Tolkien recently. I never read Tolkien as a teen or preteen, as a lot of fantasy geeks did. I've been reading it recently, so it's kind of on the brain a bit. Your Majesty, I brought the prisoners as requested. Ah, Mr. Ray Chesney. I'm so glad to see that you've made it through the night. I think I'm talking differently than she did before, but I didn't mean to react so harshly at the banquet. But it is hated when things don't go as planned. That's okay. We're really sorry for the mess we made. It's not okay. She put us in the dungeon. We had to escape via sewers. And we're hoping maybe you could help us find our way home. I guess we do have to get on our good side. There will be time for that later. This meeting is really about me. My needs. What about her needs? You may have heard that there is another castle in the kingdom. Tower Castle. That castle, Ebonkeep, is our former home, and it is filthy. That's why I had this castle built and moved the kingdom across the ravine. A few stragglers remain in the other castle, and this annoys me to no end. I want to remove them, and you can help me do that. She seems like a terrible person. I am assuming that she is the evil copy of the true ruler, and we haven't met the true ruler yet. We do not remember 100% I do recall that, yes, every area we go to has an evil clone version of the original ruler. The entrance to Evan Keep is on the other side of the chessboard plateau. See, she refuses to talk to us at all about Podunk. But the drawbridge on the other side is now up. Locked. Well, maybe this will turn into Rania the Robber's Daughter and we have to hop back and forth between castles. What we need you to do is go down into the ravine, come up the other side, and open the drawbridge from within. Then my people will march across the ravine and take Evan Keep by force. Can you do this for me, Mr. Ray Chesney? Oh, sure, agree to it. Yeah, sure, I guess. This kid is dumb. I don't know if the game is having fun with the fact that this kid is like just does whatever these people ask him to and doesn't really think for himself at all, but... The best way to the ravine is through the east wing of this castle. Then go down through a door in the chessboard. You'll find it when you get there. And she shuffles off with impressive speed. Your task at hand is to go to the chessboard and find a door to the bottom of the ravine. Then you must make your way to Evan Keep and open the drawbridge from within. We'll take it from there. Go away, you stinky boy. He's such a stinky boy, stinky boy. He's not your boy toy, boy toy. Look, Tina Medea, a puppet show. This is... Wow, this is weird. This reminds me of the classic Memphis Topples Leaves. The Show of Life. Puppets funny, love watching puppets. By Billy Shakespeare. Beard begins. Can't talk, busy watching show. Woe be woman, whose fate it is to serve. May thy tongue shrivel, that it spews such falsehoods. But does not a man pull thy strings? We are all but puppets, here just a puppet, of greater powers. Puppets, as in the show of life, truly birth doth. Draw wide the curtains. And woman, are thy lines scripted? If that I can be no one but myself, I can say only my lines. So sad to be so constrained. Yeah, these puppets sure are hilarious. It is I who feel for thee. Thine own role and fate has ever been written, while mine own changes with each breath. This is creepy as hell. Yea, though puppet I be, it is hope, faith, and love that pulls my strings. Woman, my ears do sting from thy tongue. I shall away in search of easier folly. The show of life. When Billy Shakes Bad begins. That's the same one again. Medea, let's get moving. This egghead stuff makes my brain spin. Doesn't look like anything will happen from hanging out here. We just get bored and occasionally tell our dog that we want to leave. Okay. That's just kind of creepy. I don't know what that's all about. Can't see, down in front. So if you try to get up on stage, you are yelled at to get down in front. Alright. Interesting, but stupid. Egghead stuff. Nice to know that our hero is cultured. He's into B-movies. I can enjoy a good B-movie. Well, Tina Medea, looks like we're off to Evan Keep. Hey, what's that around your neck? A key? I don't know where you got it, but I'll hang on to it. Okay, well I guess we get to loot the dungeons now. I hope. Oh, we got our wappets out. Wait, what was locked? So I do want to save in case, I think that we're allowed to loot now. I think we're allowed to go back to the sort of maze we were at before, only now with the boy. Matrix, as he is referred to in the FAQ I've been reading, which I guess if you read it from the beginning, I might have explained previously that his name is Matrix, but 3 parts water. At least here we're not going to counter enemies, I guess. Can't carry any more wax. Acorns. This is it. Now we can freely explore these dungeons. Find that in a lot of I can't see the bottoms. I'd better avoid these vents. Our dog has no such fear. 2 parts iron. This is going to be a bunch of alchemy ingredients, really. I don't know. Treasure in boxes is not really a big deal in this game. I know you detect honey, but we can't get it, so. I don't want to depart just yet, but. Oh, I see, this is the prison. Alright, well, interesting. It looks like we can get back. So that would be nice. If we had missed that alchemy spell, we could go back to the sewers and look for it. As it is, we're only missing drain and double drain. Because, as I pointed out before, I'm not going to use them, so I didn't bother to go back and get them. We found some mushrooms. Cosmo would be proud. Some mushrooms. That's for Bobo. Popo will make some sense out of that, but probably not, really. You know, Cosmo known for his pride. The pride he takes when others discover mushrooms. Mushrooms are stuck in the ground. They don't move around at all. Years ago, my wife's poor sight let her fall down one of these heat vents. I haven't seen her on my skeleton key since. I have the keys here, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I cheated a bit. I just glanced at the FAQ while I had it open, and you can give that guy your key, and you want to do so, but you actually want to wait until after you've finished getting all the treasure chests first. I suppose I don't know that. I just know that 3 acorns. I just happen to know that it said you want to get all the treasures now. Like, I don't know that that's the guy, but it says that there's somebody who will give you a spell in exchange for your keys. He's just smelling the wings. And that you should also remember to explore upstairs as well. So yeah, this whole place is a lot more straightforward when you're not trying to explore it via all those vents. Viaduct, via chicken. Can't carry any more biscuits though. No matter how much you may wish to. No matter how desperately you desire to carry more biscuits. But as I mentioned before, the treasures that you can find are not really all that exciting. You don't usually get weapons and stuff just for opening treasure chests in this game. Usually treasure chests are just alchemy ingredients. In fact, I think we're pretty much done. So let's go. It's possible I missed something. I wasn't super thorough. But, ooh, and every time you leave, it recloses all that stuff. I have a key here. A gave away key. Well, thank you very much indeed. You're very helpful. I can help you with a very powerful alchemy formula. Now, Fireball is supposed to be one of the most powerful alchemy formulas, but it's also a pain in the ass to level up, from what I've heard. We're not going to use Corrosion. Let's get rid of Corrosion and get Fire power. It requires 1 part Brimstone and 1 feather for every use. Would you like to purchase ingredients? Sure. See, feathers are super expensive. We could only afford to buy... Yeah, I don't even want to buy any of this shit. I think we're just going to stick with the spells that we have for the rest of the game, quite frankly. We haven't gotten any new weapons for this zone, have we? Yeah, we haven't gotten any new weapons. We're still using the stuff from Nobilia, or whatever the name of that zone is. Well, we're getting gradually closer to leveling up this bronze spear. See, now I'm locked out of all the doors again. Oh, I didn't search up here for loots. Doesn't look like I have to. Found some roots. Found the house band. Well, okay. Now I need to get to the chessboard. Not sure where that is, but it's starting to feel like I feel like it is not part of this maze of stuff. There's someplace separate I'm supposed to be going. But it's back on this side somewhere. Did I fully explore this zone? That's the tower I came down. The queen said that you could enter the castle. Make sure to wipe your feet first, okay? This takes us back to town. And I believe we got everything we needed to get out of the market in town. Oh, that is locked. But that was locked even when we had that key. So I'm thinking it's a separate key. Can't carry any more wax. Okay, maybe the exit is over here somewhere. Ah, damn it, she told us where to go. Alright, I'm just going to not waste time here. Now that's done, go to the east. Okay. I guess we're just going east in general. Okay, here we go. There's an exit on the other side, opposite of... Okay. Hey, and we're in a hedge maze, it looks like. With the enemies that I hate the most. There's firepower on a skull claw. It'd be a big waste of magic, but we can do it. Damn you guys. Like, once again, I don't want to take the time to switch my dog's attacks up. But that would be what I'd need to do to really farm enemies. Hasn't killed anything yet, though, but my whole thing is that if I try to kill these guys, my dog is likely to get them. But these guys are just freaking annoying to hit anyway. Oh, and the dog got the kill that time. Thinking of that maze from Tecmo Secret of the Stars. They had that music playing. It's pretty cool. Oh, hey. Who are you, friend? The Foot Knight, eh? I'll make you a footnote in history. Guy's doing like no damage to us. To the point where even though I know I'm a bit over leveled, I'm thinking he's probably not doing that much damage to you anyway if you've got the best armor. Not even gonna waste vinegar on you, jerk. Yeah, so guy doesn't really look like a knight to me, but I can see how he looks like he's a foot knight, and he does appear to be like a giant foot with a knight's helmet on it. Maybe there'll be a horse knight later that appears to be a giant horse with a helmet. Or a mounted knight, which will be, you know, somebody who's on the bottom in a sexual encounter, but also wearing a knight's helmet. Five edge points, eh? Guess I could pin him down here so my dog can finish. As soon as I say that, it fails. It's not the most exciting boss fight we've ever had. I could, like, I'm dedicated to finishing it without using magic. Explosion. Pose. Strike a pose now. We got a weapon for that? Oh, we've opened up a new maze. Am I any closer to leveling up this weapon? Because I was just thinking we were probably going to get a new weapon. I guess I'm a little closer. I don't know where I'm going to go to fight enemies that I could... If I wanted to grind up these weapons to the higher level, where am I going to find some enemies that I can actually freaking hit for a change? My chance to hit is supposed to be significantly higher now. Then, you know, I've got like loots and treasures for that, don't I? Significantly higher than what? I mean, what am I comparing it to? Must kill. Guys that are barely worth any gold or experience. As I take 0 to 1 damage per hit. God, dog came in and stole the kill. Hey, what's that? It looks like the energy core we saw when the statue blew up. That might be significant. Can't carry any more honey. Oh, those skull beasts were carrying honey, eh? Probably only the most delicious honey comes from skull monsters. See, it's already taken damage, so I don't need a fully charged shot probably. But the dog got it. Alright, so we had a bit of plot there. Your Highness, a word in your ear, if I may. It's a centurion from the neighboring land. Yes, Erodia. What have you done with this boy and his big dog? I've sent them on a little journey. A very long journey. They're going to the other side of the ravine. Aren't you afraid that they'll learn more than they should from our friends in Ebon Keep? They'll never get that far. The dragon will take care of them first. Oh, whoa, she's evil? Where's this coming from? Besides, if they do get to the other side alive, and they don't do what I told them to, I'll take care of them when they get back. Wah-ha-ha! Oh my god, she's evil. I can't believe it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to call it a video. When we come back, we'd better do what she told us to, or she'll take care of us. Mwahaha. MysteriousJG, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.